George told me that the ganglion on his wrist had grown, and he was going, the ganglion's a lump on your wrist, if you don't know, sort of like gobstopper in size, and he was going to the hospital to have it removed for the 3rd time. I suggested he try a healing. I sat holding George's wrist and concentrate on sending white light to the ganglion so as to break it up. 3 days later, George rang me up to say his ganglion had vanished. He was feeling rather freaked out about it. I told him not to call it back. A few months later, George's ganglion returned. I removed it again. After a few more months, George's ganglion returned again. I realised at this point that we would have to heal the cause if George's ganglion was to go forever. I asked George what in his life was slightly inconvenient, but did not cause him a lot of anguish. The ganglion fitted this description, but what else did? George said that the only thing he could think of was his ex-wife living in his house. I told him that he really should get her to move out. But he explained that he could not afford to keep his ex-wife in the manner to which she was accustomed, unless she lived in his house. As he was determined to hang on to his ex-wife, I told him he would have to keep his ganglion. A few months after this, George's ex-wife left of her own accord, followed by George's ganglion, which, to the best of my knowledge, has never returned.